talks about using tables, graphs, and other non-prose forms in business. So what is non-prose form? Non-prose form are graphics and illustration, verifying styles such as images, drawings, maps, and many more. So what is the purpose of non-prose forms? There are four. First one is condense and summarize information. The second one is replace textual information, and third one is provide additional information. Last one is clarifies ideas. So there are general types of non-prose form. The first one is chart. The first one is chart. So chart are often used to ease understanding of large quantities of data and its relationship between parts of data. So there are two types of chart, which are the organizational chart and the flow chart. So organizational chart shows internal structure and hierarchies of organization like business, school, government entity. So here's an example of organizational chart. Next is flow chart. Flowchart is a type of diagram that represents a logarithm flows or process showing steps as boxes of various kinds and their order by connecting them with arrows. So this is example. Using a flowchart used in analyzing, documenting, designing, and managing process or program. The next general types is table. Table is a pictorial representation of numerical or non-numerical information arranged in a vertical column, so this one. So, under category heading, so they can easily be compared. What is the function of table? So the function of table is condense, clarifies information that in order to make comparison between and among data. So there's a lot of general types of non-prose forms that will be discussed in the next report, and that's all. Thank you.
Yes, and my report is about graph. I made a visual presentation of my report that this will discuss further the information about graph, the types of graph, and other kinds of graph. So you better listen because this my recording is very not clear. The sound is not clear, so you have to listen. You have to focus on the video while listening to it. So please, ayun, makinig lang kayo maigi.
Graph is a visual representation of quantitative information meant to make the readers to see instantly how the gathered data relate to each other. Graphs are features that help us understand amount. These amounts are called data. Parts of graph. The upper part is the title. The vertical line is the dependent variable or y-axis, and the horizontal line is the dependent variable or the x-axis. There are different types of graphs: bar graph, line graph, pie graph, and pictograph. Bar graph compares amounts and quantifies. A diagram in which the numerical values of variables are represented by the height or length of lines or rectangles of equal width. Kinds of bar graph: simple, histogram, horizontal bar graph. Number 1. Simple bar graph. Used to represent data involving only one variable classified on spatial, quantitative, or temporal basis. Example: The bar graph in Meralco bill represent changes in electricity consumption from the whole fiscal year. Simple bar graph has all the bars anchored to the horizontal axis, giving a common point of measurement. Number 2. Histogram bar graphs. Histogram bar graphs are similar to simple graphs except that each bar represents a range of independent variable values rather than just a single value. What makes this different from a regular bar graph is that each bar represents a summary of data rather than an independent value. The graph illustrates the number of people, which group according to age ranges of 10 years each. This is an example of population survey which group the age into ranges of 10 years. Number 3. Horizontal bar graph. Bar graphs can be shown the dependent variable on the horizontal scale. This is horizontal bar graph. Example, survey in favorite snacks. This graph illustrates the number of votes of favorite snacks. Another type of graph is line graph. Line graph shows changes in patterns over a period of time. It also shows points planted on a graph. The points are then connected with lines. Line graphs are usually used in monitoring of sales. This graph shows the growth and the decline of sales from January to December. The next type of graph is a pie graph or circle graph. Pie graph is a circular chart divided into sectors. It shows the relationship of different parts to a whole. For example, favorite type of movie. The pie graph illustrates the number and percentage of the respondents' choice of favorite type of movie. 20% choose science fiction, then the other 20% is comedy. 5% is drama, 25% is action, and the 30% is romance. The total number of respondents is equivalent to 20. The next graph is pictograph. Pictograph presents data on variables using images in order to make abstract idea concrete. For example, the graph shows the number of ice cream sold on each day. Look at the pictograph. Picture stands for more than one ice cream sold. The cone with ice cream is equivalent to 4 ice cream sold, while the cone is equivalent to 2 ice cream sold. So, a key is necessary to understand the symbol. Thank you for listening. The next reporter will report about diagram, visual images, and map.
Graph is a visual representation of quantitative information meant to make the readers to see instantly how the gathered data relate to each other. Graphs are features that help us understand amount. These amounts are called data. Parts of graph. The upper part is the title. The vertical line is the dependent variable or y-axis, and the horizontal line is the independent variable or the x-axis. There are different types of graphs: bar graph, line graph, pie graph, and pictograph. Bar graph compares amounts and quantifies. A diagram in which the numerical values of variables are represented by the height or length of lines or rectangles of equal width. Kinds of bar graph: simple, histogram, horizontal bar graph. Number 1. Simple bar graph. Used to represent data involving only one variable classified on spatial, quantitative, or temporal basis. Example: the bar graph in Meralco bill represents changes in electricity consumption from the whole fiscal year. Simple bar graph has all the bars anchored to the horizontal axis, giving a common point of measurement. Number 2. Histogram bar graphs. Histogram bar graphs are similar to simple graphs except that each bar represents a range of independent variable values rather than just a single value. What makes this different from a regular bar graph is that each bar represents a summary of data rather than an independent value. The graph illustrates the number of people, which group according to age ranges of 10 years each. This is an example of population survey which group the age into ranges of 10 years. Number 3. Horizontal bar graph. Bar graphs can be shown the dependent variable on the horizontal scale. This is horizontal bar graph. Example, survey in favorite snacks. This graph illustrates the number of votes of favorite snacks. Another type of graph is line graph. Line graph shows changes and patterns over a period of time. It also shows points plotted on a graph. The points are then connected with lines. Line graphs are usually used in monitoring of sales. This graph shows the growth and the decline of sales from January to December. The next type of graph is a pie graph or circle graph. Pie graph is a circular chart divided into sectors. It shows relationship of different part to a whole. For example, favorite type of movie. The pie graph illustrates the number and percentage of the respondents' choice of favorite type of movie. 20% choose science fiction, then the other 20% is comedy. 5% is drama, 25% is action, and the 30% is romance. The total number of respondents is equivalent to 20. The next graph is pictograph. Pictograph presents data or variables using images in order to make abstract idea concrete. For example, the graph shows the number of ice creams sold on each day. Look at the pictograph. Picture stands for more than one ice cream sold. The cone with ice cream is equivalent to 4 ice creams sold, while the cone is equivalent to 2 ice creams sold. So, a key is necessary to understand the symbol. Thank you for listening. The next reporter will report about diagram, visual images, and map.
Okay. Good morning to everyone. I'm gonna bring to you, and I'm going to continue our report, a diagram. First, let us define diagram. When we say diagram, it is a symbolic representation of information according to visualization technique. It is a drawing that illustrates or visually explains our ideas or a thing. First is spiral diagram. In spiral diagram, it is a step-by-step process. It is figured into a larger, expensive, and complicated project. Next is bubble diagram. In bubble diagram, it's a diagram can be present a wide variety of information or activities. The last one is scatter diagram. A scatter diagram, it is a type of diagram that has a opposite two variable. A graph in which the values of two variables are plotted or along two axes. We can use scatter diagram when we have a paired numerical data and we're going to identify a potential root causes of problems.
My report is all about mode for recording data. In mode for recording data, it discusses the advantages and disadvantages of the visual business report. Pros and cons is the other term for advantage and disadvantages. The first mode is the graphics. The advantage of graphics is you can see the proper division of percentage. But on the other hand, the disadvantage of the graphics is a poorly designed and not easy to understand. It takes time to prepare. Next mode is the table. The merits of table for reporting data are first you can use columns and rows for you to easily understand and see comparison clearly. And next is the text. The advantage of these modes emphasize and easily compares the numbers and the changes, whether it's up, goes
yung video, sino
up, or
mag-video ako?
goes down.
Siya mag-video sa gamit.
On the other hand, the demerits of data make necessary comparison. So,
Oh. Stop.
The continuation of subject, applying levels of comprehension in interpreting non-prose. So there are several levels in comprehension that can definitely help us to understand, interpret, and prepare non-prose forms in business. So each is described below and even applied as guidelines when answering comprehension items. So literal level, the answer to the question are explicitly mentioned in the passage. So the questions are very clear because it's simply the literal level. It is what the text says or what happened in the story. It's based on the facts. Inferential level, the answer are implied as you need to read between the lines. So the text that implied, so that inferential level, it's the text implied on the text. So if you imply it and then you draw the conclusions. And then after that, critical level requires you to evaluate what the authors convey. So this is you can form the opinions of what you read on the story. And then integrative level. So it's when relationship of the passage to your life and your values. So I'm not sure of it, but I think it's the author what the values or what the knowledge of the authors on what the knowledge of the authors kung paano niya ginawa yung story.
Energizer. So this is the mechanics. I need one member per group. We will get the name of the group here. One representative for group. This is the mechanics of the energizer. Every group will sing the name of their group in a chant. Then the group will pass the chant to the other group. If they do not respond immediately, they will be eliminated. Or if they did not mention the name of the other group clearly. Okay. Example. What is the name of the group? Ganito yung ano niya, basketball, shoot, gano'n. Polio.
Sample.
Kayo. Pag-usapan niyo muna kung ano yung choreo. Your choreo will represent the name of your group. For example, basketball, shoot, gano'n. Baseball bat. Basketball shoot, volleyball, fight, hula hoop. Okay, ayan.
Ano yung sasabihin nila?
Hula hoop. Okay, okay. Sample na ulit.
Ping pong ball, hula hoop.
Di ba ito hula hoop, basketball shoot.
Kailangan tao na next.
Pero kung yung i-direct sa kanila, para makakagulito sila. Game.
Ulit. Ping pong ball, to hula hoop.
Ping pong ball, tatlong beses. Ping pong ball, ping pong ball, ping pong ball, to.
Okay.
Game.
Ping pong ball, to hula hoop. Hula hoop, to baseball bat. Baseball bat, to basketball shoot.
Hindi kaya ka energizer. Tsaka yung action yung pakita. Basketball shoot, ping pong ball.
Ping pong ball, to basketball shoot.
Basketball shoot. Okay, seryoso na pero mabilis.